Hello, welcome to the 7th video in the series, How to Know God, a Practical Guide to Enlightenment, in which we learn to function from our higher mind. This is Phase 7. If you have been earnestly walking this path, putting one foot in front of the other, you have had a spiritual awakening. That is what this part of the journey says. Having had a spiritual awakening is the result of these steps. For some, this comes as a burning bush. For others, this comes as a gradual awakening, eyes opening more with each step taken. For me, it was more of the latter, although there are major revelations along the way. I can tell you that in practicing this program as a way of life, my spiritual awakening deepens beyond anything I could have imagined when I started, to the point of finding the self that never was asleep. This process is a shedding, not an adding to. So let's look at this phase. Let me begin by saying that if you're watching this video, then you are already looking at it. One of the principles of this program is that I try to share what I have found with others. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to others and to practice these principles in all our affairs. The ego must be sufficiently displaced in order to allow for the reassimilation into the conscious mind of the levels that have lain dormant. But that is what this program is designed to do. A surrender to the process and willingness to see it through are required, and surrender and willingness are the mechanisms that give the ego its proper place. Practicing the principles of this program in all our affairs takes a commitment. It takes a desire to move to something more, to evolve. We are collectively hitting rock bottom. How far down we have to go depends on each of us to clean up our own shit and be a light to others. Let's light the collective darkness. Let us adopt this design for living as our connected self and manifest God's will on this planet. It is a daunting task to save the world, but when we bring it down to the level of these 12 steps, ultimately the only thing that is required is surrender and willingness. To all my brothers and sisters on the path, I say Espavo, which in ancient tongue means thank you for taking your power.